My goal on this show, my goal is to be interesting. I'm not trying to be right. I don't care about being right. I throw about I say 40 opinions a week. I'm not going to be right every time. It just doesn't happen. I try to be interesting. I want to be entertaining. I want to be honest. I want to be authentic. I'll never lie to you guys. I don't want a bunch of yes men though. I don't want a bunch of people that the only reason they subscribe to my channel, the only reason they listen to my podcast is because they agree with me all the time. That would be weird and that would suck. I enjoy, for the record, I love when you guys push back. I also like when you're like, yeah, Zach, you're right. You're so smart. But I also really like when people say, you're wrong. I'm going to challenge you. I don't believe in what you're saying. I think you're off. I enjoy that. I really do. I think it's fun. Because I want to make you think. I want to make you argue with me. And if you disagree with me, please leave a comment in the leave a YouTube comment and tell me how you feel. I tried to say YouTube comment section and that didn't quite work. The point is, if you don't agree with me, fine. You don't. I don't expect you to. In fact, I even really like it when you guys say, hey, I don't agree with you and here's why. I embrace that. I enjoy that. Please do that. And I want to heavily discuss a couple comments I got with unhappy commenters, people saying, hey, you did this thing, we didn't like it. So last episode, I made a list of 8 teams I believe could win the Super Bowl. It was only 8. It was very limited. I made a list and everybody got angry. The 8 teams were the Patriots, the Eagles, the Packers, the Steelers, the Saints, the Rams, the Vikings, and the Cowboys. Those are my 8 teams. I also had 3 fringe teams. I said the Texans, the Chargers, and the 49ers probably won't win a Super Bowl, but they're on the fringe. They're close. They're not there yet, but they're close. And the main complaint on this YouTube video, I got a lot of the same comment. It was, where are the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Jaguars? Now truthfully, I'll be honest. I can admit this. The Jaguars and the Falcons should have been on the fringe list. There should have been 5 fringe teams. Fine. Should have been the Texans, Chargers, 49ers, Jaguars, and Falcons. But let's be honest. Truthfully, I do not believe the Jaguars, the Falcons, or the Panthers can win a Super Bowl next year. I just don't. The Saints are going to win the NFC South. The Saints will win the NFC South. Drew Brees, Sean Payton, they're going to win their division. And then maybe the Falcons make a wild card spot. Maybe in the ultra competitive NFC. I don't know that that's going to happen. I mean, look, I wasn't going to put 7 NFC teams and 3 AFC teams on a top 10 list of teams that could win the Super Bowl because I don't think there are 7 teams in the NFC that can win the Super Bowl. I just don't. I don't believe that. The Panthers and the Falcons, they're not going to even win their own division, and I don't think that's how you win a Super Bowl. I don't. You're not going to home field advantage. It's happened. It's not impossible. I think the Giants did it once, but it's not likely. And I don't believe in things that aren't likely. This was a list of things that are likely, possible, that I really strongly believe could win a Super Bowl. I don't really strongly believe the Falcons could win a Super Bowl. Here's why. We'll start with the Jaguars actually first. The reason I don't believe the Jaguars can win a Super Bowl is because they play in an ultra competitive division. The Texans are going to win the division. And then you still have the Colts, who will have Andrew Luck, and the Tennessee Titans, who made a Super Bowl. The AFC South is no cakewalk. It's tough. It's competitive. And the Jaguars are probably going to take a step back. And the other reason is this. The Jaguars quarterback is Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles has never once given me a reason to believe in him. I don't hate him. I like him. But let's be honest, last year, Blake Bortles had a chance to beat Tom Brady, and he did not make it happen. He did not capitalize when he had the opportunity. If he beats Tom Brady, maybe it would raise my belief in him. It'd be like, oh, wow, Blake Bortles can play big in huge moments and win. But I've never seen that from Blake Bortles. He did okay. Like, they did beat the Steelers. Like, congratulations. But that's less impressive than going head-to-head with Tom Brady, and you didn't pull it out. And I just do not believe in Blake Bortles in big moments. I don't think Blake Bortles will win you a Super Bowl, at least not next year. He could keep improving, right? It could happen someday, but not next year. Next year is not the year Blake Bortles will win a Super Bowl. So why not the Falcons? Why not the Panthers? I have the same basic problem with both the Falcons and the Panthers. It's their quarterbacks. Cam Newton and Matt Ryan. Both of them have won the NFL MVP. Ironically, kind of weird, right? And I don't believe in them. I don't. I simply don't believe in those guys. I don't believe in Cam because Cam's immature. And that really, really scares me. I would not want Cam Newton leading my franchise. It would scare me. I would be far, far away from any team led by Cam Newton. I just do not believe in Cam Newton as a leader of a football team. That's not the guy I would trust to go win a Super Bowl. But if you look at his stats show me this. He's had one great year. Cam Newton has 1 year that's kind of an outlier from the rest of his stats. So in 2015, Cam Newton had 35 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And that's great. That's awesome. He won MVP. But if you take that year out, he averages 20 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. 20 touchdowns and 14 interceptions is what Cam Newton averages if you take out the stats from 2015. And that's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's not an impressive guy. Cam Newton is really streaky. He had one great year where the stars aligned, and that seems like it's about it. Name the signature win for Cam Newton. Name the big win. Can you think of one? Can you think of the big game in the fourth quarter where Cam Newton stepped up and made it happen? I don't. I will give him credit. In the playoffs last year, Falcons, it was Saints and Panthers, I believe. I think that's the wild card matchup. All I remember from the game was that Cam Newton was taking shot after shot after shot, and he stepped up and he almost won the game. Almost. He didn't win the game, but he showed guts, and I did like that. But truth is, I just don't believe in Cam Newton and his ability to win a Super Bowl. And I do not believe in Matt Ryan either. Like again, Matt Ryan, he won an MVP 1 year. He has this 1 year, this great outlier year, and if you take that away, he's just not consistent enough. He's not this amazing quarterback. He's good, but he's not Drew Brees. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Big Ben. He's not Aaron Rodgers. I like Matt Ryan. He's not a top-tier quarterback. He's a tier 2 quarterback. It's the truth. That's how I feel. And not to mention the 1 year that Matt Ryan just absolutely dominated. He had Kyle Shanahan. He had this incredible, incredible offensive coordinator who appears to make every quarterback he's around, even in the vicinity of, incredibly good. He won a game last year. Kyle Shanahan won a game with C.J. Beathard at quarterback. Okay. All right. Kyle Shanahan can do anything with any quarterback, apparently. And if you give him a guy like Matt Ryan, who's good, works hard, does his job, he's going to succeed and go to new heights. That's just how it is. But right now, Matt Ryan has Steve Sarkisian. And I don't believe in Steve Sarkisian. I don't. He's not a horrible person, but I don't think he's a great offensive coordinator, and that does not help Matt Ryan. You already have Matt Ryan, a guy who looks kind of like he had one fluky great year. Then you pair him with an offensive coordinator he doesn't seem to work very well with, and I don't believe in that. I just don't. I think Matt Ryan's going to have a good year. He's going to have good numbers. Calvin Ridley's going to go off. Julio Jones is going to be fantastic. But I do not believe in Matt Ryan's chances to win a Super Bowl. If I had to bet money on it, I'm not betting on Matt Ryan. No way. So I don't believe the Falcons, the Panthers, or the Jaguars can win a Super Bowl. A lot of it is because of their quarterback. Some of it is because of their division, and I simply do not believe in those three teams. So, I could have made you guys happy. I could have put the Falcons and the Jaguars kind of in the fringe. That's really where they belong. That's fine. I'll admit that when I was wrong about that. But I don't believe they can win a Super Bowl. I just don't. I'm good. I don't believe in them. And I think it is interesting. If I'm going to tell you why I don't believe in those three teams, I should tell you again why I believe in the 8 teams I listed. So I'm revisiting the 8 teams I believe can win the Super Bowl. Here's the thing. The number 1 team on this list is the New England Patriots. And again, this is in no order. There's no list. But the first team I thought of was the Patriots. And the reason is they have Bill Belichick, they have Tom Brady, they have a weak division, and that's really all you need to say. That's why I believe in the Patriots. Belichick, Brady, weak division. It's a recipe for success. They've done it over and over again. I believe the Patriots could win the Super Bowl again. Not to mention they're a great draft. There's another reason why I believe in another AFC team. I believe in the Steelers. I believe the Steelers could win a Super Bowl this year. They have a great roster. They're in a weaker AFC division. So they're not the AFC as a whole. It's about the Patriots, whoever wins, probably the Houston Texans and the Steelers. And that's about it in the AFC. Maybe the Jaguars, they're close, but they're not. I think they're going to go down this year a little bit. The AFC is not very competitive, and if the Steelers can get past Tom Brady, they could win a Super Bowl. I truly believe that. Not to mention they have a great roster, and the Patriots could be down. We've seen all this turmoil this offseason with the Patriots. Maybe the Steelers have a better year, and the Patriots have somewhat of an off year. The Steelers could slip past them and win a Super Bowl. They have Big Ben. I believe the Steelers could win a Super Bowl. The Vikings. The Vikings have close to the best roster in the NFL. I don't think they actually have the best roster in the NFL, but I believe the Vikings could win a Super Bowl because they almost did it with Case Keenum last year. Now, they have another year of experience on their young roster, and they upgraded at quarterback. Older, more experienced roster, upgraded quarterback. That tells me that's a Super Bowl potential for the Vikings. Now, the Packers. There's not very much to say here. The Packers have an improved defense. They got 2 really good corners in the offseason, and they have Aaron Rodgers. That's about all you need to say. You have Aaron Rodgers with an okay defense, you could win a Super Bowl. That's the truth. The Saints. The Saints have a great young team. They're going to have 1 more year of experience, and they have Drew Brees and Sean Payton. They have a good running game, a good defense. I believe the Saints could win a Super Bowl. They got robbed last year. They're going to come back with a vengeance. The Eagles. Very simple why the Eagles could win the Super Bowl. The Eagles have an MVP caliber quarterback, Carson Wentz, coming back, and their roster is even better than last year. The Philadelphia Eagles are another title contender again this year. Their roster is even better than last year, and they just won a Super Bowl. The Rams. The Rams have an unbelievable roster. I love what the Rams did this offseason. The Rams went out and they made move after move after move. They said, we are going all in on the Super Bowl. I believe it paid off. I believe the Rams could win a Super Bowl this year. They have Sean McVay and Jared Goff in their year 2 of their partnership. I believe Sean McVay is a top-notch, one of the best coaches in the entire NFL. Sean McVay could absolutely get Jared Goff to win a Super Bowl. Now, the last team on my list is the Dallas Cowboys. Of the 8 teams I chose to win a Super Bowl, I will 100% admit Dallas is the weakest team on this list. The biggest reason why you might hesitate to believe in Dallas is Dak Prescott. I love Dak Prescott. I like his attitude. I like his maturity. But the truth is, Dak Prescott is pretty much unproven. He's never really given me a good reason to believe in him, but I will say this. The reason why I believe that Cowboys could win the Super Bowl is because last year they did not have Ezekiel Elliott, and they almost made the playoffs. And this year, when you add Ezekiel Elliott, I think they're an even better team. They have a better defense than last year. They'll have a much better running game, and they still have Dak Prescott, who is good, not great. He hasn't shown us any reason to doubt him. He just hasn't really given us a reason to believe in him either. And so year 3 of Dak Prescott, he'll make another stride forward, I believe. So I believe the Dallas Cowboys could win the Super Bowl. Those are my 8 teams. Once again, why I believe in those 8 teams. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Tell your friends. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports. And remember, you can subscribe on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. Tell your friends, subscribe to the show. Thank you so much. Have a great day.